Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiXi here, coming to you guys with a Satellarknight deck profile for the November 2015 Banlist. So hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. And guys, as I progress through your deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices I've decided to play in the deck and the reasons why I play them. And also guys, for those of you who haven't yet checked out the Banlist, you guys must check it out. Satellarknights did not get hit at all. And what I mean by that, of course, the archetype did not get hit the way that Infinities or Gladiator Beasts got hit at Worlds. You know what? Deneb is still at 3, Altair is still at 3, and of course Nova is still at 3. So you know what? All the Satellarknight players out there, we're happy that of course the archetype did not get destroyed, just the same way that Infinities got destroyed. So without further ado, guys, let's get started with this deck profile. And before I just want to get started, I just want to give a shout out to my friend, my boy Victor Lam. He gave me some great ideas on some of the cards to play instead of in replacement of course, the 2 reinforcers of the army. So without further ado, guys, let's get started with of course, the Satellarknight deck profile for this ban list. Start with the monsters. So of course, guys, the only thing that got hit in this deck is basically reinforcers of the army. So this deck just got a little bit less consistent. But you know, you play a lot of cards to get into your searchers really well anyways. So started with the monsters real quick. You play, of course, triple Satellarknight Deneb. Absolutely amazing. Of course, he's very self-explanatory. Deneb is your key card of the deck, and of course is the Stratos of the deck. So triple Deneb is very standard. So the Satellarknight lineup is very standard. Triple Altair, and last but not least, you play triple Anukalai. Anukalai is absolutely amazing, and I felt like, you know what, since Reinforcer of the Army is out at 1, it's very essential to play triple Anukalai. Anukalai is basically the second best searcher, in my personal opinion, aside from Deneb. Of course, if you don't see Deneb in your first turn opening hand, you want to see Anukalai in your hand as much as possible, since basically Anukalai sends your monsters to the graveyard, giving you access to, of course, what is it, Call of the Haunted, and of course Oasis of the Dragon Souls. So Anukalai is basically the built-in Deneb, if you guys were to think about it in that sense. Is because, you know what, most of the time you want to see cards in your graveyard, you want to see your Satellarknight monster in your graveyard. So if you draw into the Anuk and you don't have a Deneb, you're still in a really good position since you're able to send Deneb to the graveyard. And then if you have Call of the Haunted or Oasis of the Dragon Souls, you can revive back Deneb and get your search engine going. So Anukalai at 3 is really good. And of course, he's the 1800 beater of the deck. So triple Anukalai. Last but not least, to run off our Satellarknight engine, you play, of course, double Vega. Vega is absolutely amazing at 2. I love playing 2 Vega, and you know what, I don't always want to Call of the Haunted, loop him to my hand with Triver and things like that. So playing 2 Vega, in my personal opinion, is very good. So 2 Vega is very self-explanatory. And last but not least, to round off our monsters is, of course, I play double Honest. Honest is very amazing in this deck. Basically, Honest itself is a very solid card. Gives you like a lot of outs, basically. So Honest is just really good in that aspect. And of course, it makes your Satellarknight monsters really big. And of course, you can basically run over anything. And the reason being why Honest was really bad in this deck last format is because, of course, Trish was a card, and your opponent is able to Trish out your Honest and things like that. So since, you know, Necra is out of the picture now, Honest is such an amazing card, especially in Satellarknights. And it helps you get rid of course, those big beaters that you can't get rid of. Now to our spells. The new addition to the deck. I played the one Satellarknight Skybridge. Skybridge is absolutely amazing. I actually might even want to bump this up to 2. So this card is really good. If you guys don't know what Skybridge effect is, that basically this turn you can target one Satellarknight monster on the field, return it to the deck, and special summon a Satellarknight monster with a different name from the deck. So it's really good. So you know, you can do different combo plays in the deck. So basically, let's say you summon Deneb, okay? You search the Altair. And if you have Skybridge, activate Skybridge, bounce back Deneb, bring back Vega, Vega's effect, summon Altair. Altair will revive back a monster from the graveyard, and then now you have a Triver on board. So it's absolutely nuts. And the really good thing about Skybridge is that Skybridge is able to help you dodge problematic cards. So let's say that let's say you summon Deneb, and your opponent Banlist is your Deneb, you can change Skybridge onto the Deneb, and of course Deneb will go back to the deck. Then you can bring out Vega, or you can bring out a Nook, or you can bring it back Altair. So it's really, really good. Skybridge at 1, in my opinion, is very, very stable. If you guys definitely want to play 2 Skybridge, you guys could. But I felt like sometimes Skybridge could be a dead draw during late game while you have no monsters on the board. But most of the time, if you happen to have a Satellarknight monster on board, this card can never become dead. So that's why I really, really like about Skybridge. So 1 Skybridge. Next we play, of course, the 1 Book of Moon, 1 Reinforce of the Army, and I played 2 Power Duality. I feel like this Power Duality is very essential in this deck. You know, it's to add tons and tons of consistency into the deck. You want to see Deneb most of the time, since Reinforcer of the Army is at 1. Power Duality is really good in that aspect to dig 3 cards deeper into your deck, be able to get into your searchers faster. So Duality, in my personal opinion, is really, really good. If you guys don't want to play double Duality, you guys don't have to. You guys can bump, take out the 2 Duality and play the triple Skybridge. But I felt like consistency is over everything, and I felt like the more consistent your deck is, the better you are at drawing into your combo pieces. But if you guys want, you can take out the double Duality and play in the 2 other Skybridges. So you guys will definitely just play 3 Skybridges if you guys do not want to play Power Duality. So of course, triple Skybridge, 1 Skybridge, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Book of Moon. Not 1 Book of Moon, 1 Raigeki. Book of Moon is right there. And last but not least, I played double Instant Fusion to round off our spell lineup. And of course, Instant Fusion is very self-explanatory. Norden is such the nuts, especially in this deck. Being able to spam rank 4 XYZs is really, really good. So that's pretty much it for our spells. Now off to our traps. Of course, you play Triple Nova, the very standard lineup. Triple Fiend of Shane. Triple Call of the Haunted. Amazing. You know, Triber looping back your Call of the Haunted is really, really good. 1 Compulse, 1 Ring of Destruction. I felt like, you know, the 1-for-1 card destruction is very, very good in Satellarknight, so I decided to just play the Compulse and the Ring of Destruction. If you guys don't want to play these cards and substitute it for other cards, I'll give you guys options after I show you guys the traps. 1 Bottomless Trap Pull, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, our 2 L's, double Oasis of the Dragon Souls, and last but not least, double Mirror Force. I felt like Mirror Force is very stable in this deck. Mirror Force is very, very good. So guys, also give you guys options. If you guys don't want to play Compulse or Ring Destruction, you guys can take off the Compulse and add in the 3rd Oasis if you guys would like. That's pretty much what I would substitute. Or if you guys don't want to play these 2, you guys can take these 2 out and play 2 MSCs in the main deck, or you guys can take out these 2 and add 2 Dimensional Prisons in the main deck. But I feel like these cards are able to get rid of your problematic cards, and especially Compulsory Evacuation Device, you're able to bounce back your own monsters as well. So that's why Compulse is very, very good in this deck. So that's pretty much it for our trap lineup. You know, same old, heavy trap lineup. Now off to our side deck real quick, guys. So off to our side deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference. You know what, guys? A side deck is always personal preference, but I always want to show you guys a rough draft on what you guys may want to play in the side deck. So I'll show you guys my 15 side deck. So of course, 1 Thunder King Ryo, very, very good. 1 Ryjo. Ryjo is absolutely amazing, especially against the mirror match. If you guys don't know what Ryjo's effect is, that Ryjo targets 1 Satellarknight monster on the field. So basically, if you're playing against the mirror match, you can target your opponent's Satellarknight monsters, and of course, then at the end phase, your opponent will have to send it to the graveyard. So that's what's really, really good about Ryjo. And of course, guys, against the mirror match, what you can do is of course, if your opponent already activate Triver, or if your opponent already activate Deltros that turn, you can call the Haunted back. Your Altair, bring back Ryjo. Ryjo will target your opponent's monster, and at the end phase, they'll send Triber and Deltros to the grave. So that means they won't get their effects since they already used their effects that turn. So Ryjo is very, very good in that aspect. Be able to send the mirror match monsters to the graveyard is very, very important. So of course, 1 Ryjo. Next, you play double Shadow Prisoner Mirror. I don't know how Burning Abyss is gonna do in the upcoming format, but you know what? It's always good to side double Shadow Prisoner Mirror. 1 Fairy Wind, triple Mystical Space Typhoon for the, of course, the Pendulum matchups. Double Imperial Iron Wall, double Debunk, Psyframe, screw you. That deck is definitely cancerous. And last but not least, triple Maxi to round off our side deck. That's pretty much it for our sides. Now off to our monsters. Monsters you play, of course, double Triver, very self-explanatory. 1 Deltros, 1 Ptolemy, 1 Diamond, 1 Daigasso Emerald, 101. Double Castell. I feel like Castell is one of the best XYZs ever created in this game. This card is absolutely amazing. Castell is very, very good. And I felt like, you know what, 2 Castell is really good since Satellarknight is now banned. So might as well just play the double Castell. 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Bujin Tsukiyomi, 1 Heroic Challenger Excalibur, one number 86, and last but not least, one Cowboy. And to round off our extra deck, you play, of course, one Elder Entity Norden. So this is absolutely amazing. So Norden is very, very good in this deck since, of course, he's able to help you spam rank 4 XYZs. So that's what's really, really good about Norden. And of course, guys, you guys all may be wondering, Sam, why do you play double instant fusion if you only have one Norden? So the logic is that you want to see instant fusion in your hand as fast as possible. And sometimes, what is it? You can always recycle your Norden with, of course, the Gusto Emerald. So that's what this card is good for. So you can always recycle Norden. And the extra deck space is very, very crucial. So you know what? Playing the two Norden isn't even worth it, since you can always recycle back the one Norden with the Gusto Emerald. And of course, guys, you always want to see instant fusion in your hand as early as possible. Unless, of course, the only bad situation is, of course, if you draw 2 instant fusions early game. But that's the only worst part of this. That's the only worst scenario. But you know what? If you already use your Norden and you draw into another instant fusion late game, you can always recycle Norden back with, of course, like Gusto Emerald. So that's my logic behind instant fusion. For more consistency and for more quicker access into Norden is very, very important to apply more pressure on board against your opponent. And guys, this is pretty much it for my deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and show me support, guys. Thumbs up the video, and thank you guys so much for watching this video, guys. And this is Sam from Team SamuraiXi, Sam signing out. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and of course, yeah, subscribe, and of course, enjoy the Banlist, guys. Peace.